Well, shit. Now recently, the mobile version of Injustice 2 has recently launched. And of course there has been a slight hiccup as there are a few characters that have been revealed within the mobile version of Injustice 2. And without a shadow of a doubt, the most interesting out of all of these is the inclusion of the Scarecrow. But the one thing that nobody likes at all is how the Scarecrow looks in his base costume. Now personally, I would rather have an Arkham take of the costume, however I do understand that NetherRealm has tried to make a more horrific version of the classic suit. But honestly, I do dig this look of the Scarecrow because it does look quite frightening. Plus don't forget there's also the gear system, so you could possibly make him look more like the Arkhamverse version. And because of how much effort they put into his design, as well as his gear system, as well as his super move, and even the leaked list, at this point it's safe to assume that Scarecrow will 100% be in the console version as well. Now as you can see in his character model, Scarecrow does look a lot more slender than he should be, and not only that, he also looks very bony. And I'm going to try my best to sort of theorize on why the Scarecrow looks like this in this game. Now if you go back to one of the first issues of Injustice Year 1, we get to see the Scarecrow's dead body and we discover that he was infected with the Choker Venom. Plus Batman did confirm that this was in fact Jonathan Crane. But then we see the Scarecrow again in Injustice Year 5 somehow? But then again, this could be another person taking on the mantle of the Scarecrow after Jonathan Crane. I haven't read Injustice Year 5, so someone please correct me on that one. Now what we do know about in the Injustice 2 storyline is that Gorilla Grodd is recruiting other villains into becoming members of his society, because Grodd really hates Superman and really wants to take him out. And as Grodd is recruiting other villains, he comes across Jonathan Crane's corpse, and in some way, shape or form, he then resurrects Jonathan Crane and then recruits the Scarecrow in his Injustice Society. Now notice the Scarecrow's eyes and that they are glowing yellow. Now usually the Scarecrow's eyes don't often glow yellow unless someone is affected by the fear gas. But as we can see in the gameplay, his eyes are always yellow. Now notice Grodd's gameplay and how his telepathy and telekinesis also has the same yellow aura. Now I know this is a bit of a stab in the dark, but I think Gorilla Grodd is manipulating Jonathan Crane's dead body by using his own telepathy. Now if you really look at the Scarecrow's body, his body looks so unreal because he looks so slender and he looks like a corpse. So I could imagine at some point in Injustice 2, Gorilla Grodd has discovered his corpse and tried to resurrect him so that Jonathan Crane would then be recruited into his Injustice Society. But because it's been so long and that Jonathan Crane is pretty much good as dead, Gorilla Grodd decides to pretty much manipulate the Scarecrow's body and then just use him as a pawn. Again, this is such a bizarre theory. However, I do think that this is probably the best way in explaining the Scarecrow's return after his death in Injustice Year 1. Unless his death has later been retconned, then I have no idea. So what do you think of Scarecrow being in Injustice 2, and do you really like his design? Comment below and share some thoughts. And as always, thank you guys for watching this video, please like and subscribe, take care and have a good one.